Hey, vinyl community, it's Jeremy Bonfiglio. Long time no see. I wanted to do a quick video to update what I've been doing pretty much over the past year. I'm not going to show you, obviously, anything. I'm only going to show you some recent pickups. But basically, from since the last time I did a video, I have become a record dealer on the side. I've been doing record shows. It started off pretty innocently. I had been looking for collections online and at garage sales and that kind of thing, just to kind of find things that I wanted in my personal collection, and that turned into having duplicates and having things I didn't like. And I sold some things on eBay and Craigslist and the usual Facebook groups, etc. But still, I had more to sell than what I needed. So I'm here in South Bend, Indiana, and we have a record show here in town. So I started with that, did a couple shows, sold some stuff, found some stuff. I had been a shopper at that record show for years, and so that then turned into the guy who runs the South Bend show also runs the show in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and so which is about an hour and a half, 2 hours away from here. So then I just decided to do that one, and now, fast forward here a year later, and now I do South Bend, Fort Wayne. I go to Chicago. I go up in Michigan to Grand Rapids, to Kalamazoo. I've done Lansing. I may do Ann Arbor later this month. That's a big show, but it's a little far for me to travel. I don't really like going farther than 2 hours, 2.5 hours for a record show. And I may do Indianapolis in the future, but just not quite yet. I'm in the middle of 5 record shows in a row. Yesterday I had Grand Rapids, which was my best show ever. I made a lot of sales, and I found a couple things that I wanted, and so I thought I'd start with that. Just a couple things that I picked up that I've been looking for, and the best part about this is a couple of these things. The three things I picked up there, I got in a trade with the dealer next to me. And that happens on occasion. Instead of sometimes it's just dealers will buy from each other, but it's even better when they have something you want and you have something they want, either for their personal use or show stock, and this is what happened. So I went in to look at the guy's stuff next to me. He had great stuff, and I pulled a couple things I asked him to put aside for me, and he at that time didn't have time to look at my stuff, but said, "Yeah, I'll hold him back here, and then I'll come over and look at your stuff, and we'll just see if we can do a trade." I'm like, "Oh, that's great." Well, when he came over to look at my stuff, he found two. I had 2 copies of Rush Hemispheres that were in really good condition, and he wanted them both, and I had them at $10 each, which was actually a really good price still at that point. And the 2 records I had pulled were maybe $9 in total. So he said, come back over and see what else you can find, and which I did. So anyway, the first 2 things I pulled, this is the first one: Men Without Hats, Rhythm of Youth. This has the Safety Dance on it. This, I kind of have a little subsection going. I don't have it separated out that way here in the collection, but of 80s one-hit wonders that I've been collecting. I've got the Vapors, Turning Japanese. I picked up what else? All that. I'm looking for Dex's Midnight Runners right now, so if anybody has a copy, let me know. But anyway, so this was $3, and it's in total mint shape, and for $3 to have this in the collection, had to do it. So yeah, but it was a trade, so it was even better. And so that, and then this was the other one, and he had it only priced at $6, which is a steal at that. This is the Concerts for the people of Kampuchea. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. But this has, as you can see, just about everybody. It's a gatefold. As The Clash, Elvis Costello and the Attractions, Ian Drury, Paul McCartney and Wings, The Pretenders, Queen, Rockpile, The Specials, The Who. I'm a huge Elvis Costello fan, and there's the man right there. So that was one of the reasons I wanted this, to have in the collection for that. So those two records I sold for one Rush album that I had, I have one already in my personal collection, and there's two extras, so that was great. Then for the other Rush album, I sell Springsteen a lot in my collection. He had some good Springsteen, so I got a really nice copy of Darkness on the Edge of Town that I got from him for my show stock. And then the other album I got was Roxy Music Avalon album. Speaking of, they're not really one-hit wonders, but the one hit people know is More Than This, which is on this album. And this is mint copy of this, so I was really happy to get that. So those were the three that I got from my personal collection yesterday in Grand Rapids. Some other just really recent pickups that I wanted to show that I got on eBay, and I try not to buy on eBay too often because it is a roll of the dice. You don't know what you're gonna get. I've had recent problems with just getting stuff that's just beat, and it's a hassle, so I usually don't do it. But every once in a while I'll say, okay, there's something that's a decent price, and I'll do it. And One Hit Wonder Collection, Modern English. This is After the Snow, and this has I Melt With You on it. So that is why I picked this up, and I only paid a couple bucks for this as well. I bought a few albums from this guy, so it was combined shipping, some that went in my show stock. And so that's why I got this. And so there's that. My son is trying to creep in here.
You too.
All right, kiddo. And then also I got from this same guy, one of the reasons I got the new Violent Femmes album, We Could Do Anything. And this was sealed. Mint, had a download card, gave the wife the download card, kept this for myself, and didn't pay. I paid $9, I think, for this.
You did.
A $25 album.
You did.
So that was good. Yeah, I did. Kept track for me. And then the other thing I really wanted is name of the band is Talking Heads, double album.
Talking Heads.
Yes, William likes Talking Heads a lot. As well. This was the last Talking Heads album I needed in the collection. The cover isn't as nice as I want, but the albums are perfect. So that was great. Now, the other thing I did recently is a guy this past week. He owns a thrift store. He's moving his thrift store, and he has records, and he's selling some, and he knows me, or knows of me, and we had mutual friends, so we were connected. And I went over there, and I found 30 albums
30, yeah.
that for $50, which I paid up a little bit for. That's a little more than I would have paid for a little collection like that, especially in bulk, if I'm buying in bulk from somebody. But they're in good condition, and I know he has more to look through, and I wanted to make sure that I could come back. So I paid up a little bit. So $50, but I got a lot of good stuff. In fact, I already made my money back because yesterday at Grand Rapids I sold 8 of those albums, and made $58 on the 8 albums I sold. So I have 21 albums left from that collection that is going to be all profit. So that's good. But the reason I'm bringing it up is the one thing he had, as you're on these picks and you start talking a little bit, and we're sharing musical taste, and I was telling him about how Elvis Costello is my personal musical hero, and we're talking about Elvis Costello, and he happened to pull out this. This is the box set, the CD box set that
Elvis Costello.
that Ryko put out, and I can't remember, it was the late 80s, early 90s. This is the 2.5 years. This is Miami is True, This Year's Model, Armed Forces, and Live at El Macombo. This was the CD reissues of those, and it has the booklet. It didn't have any of the CDs, but the story there goes. Here's more pages of the booklet, which was in perfect condition, as you can see. Otherwise, it was empty. It was just the box, the booklet, and the box was in perfect condition, and so was the booklet.
It was a good pick.
Yeah, it was a good pick, and he threw it in for free with the records. Now, the thing that was cool about this for me is when this originally came out, I was like poor high school, college student, wanted this, couldn't afford it. So, instead I just bought the individual CDs as I could get them. So, but I've always wanted it, and you can't find it, and yeah, this guy had it, and now I have it in the Elvis Costello collection, and it's
He has
perfect.
like over 50 Elvis Costello records.
I do have a lot of Elvis Costello records.
Even cassette tapes, CDs.
I do. This is true.
He's a collector of Elvis Costello.
I do, and I will save that for another video, and I will show you my Costello collection later, I promise. But that's all for now. Thank you for watching. Sorry it's been so long. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these a lot quicker, especially since I'm dealing now, and I'll try to get some footage of some shows. And I have Chicago Hillside next week, the biggest Midwest record show there is. That thing is a blast. It's huge. If you've never been, you should go. And,
I know.
And it's really cool. So I'll be there. Come see me. Say hi at the booth. Buy some records for me, and then so I can buy more. All right. Thanks. Bye.
Subscribe to our channel.
Subscribe to our channel.
And make a like. Let's go for 5 likes.
5 likes.
Do you think we can do that?
I don't know. That's high. That's high standard. Let's find out. All right. Up to you guys. Bye.